I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Pasmino. Yes, please.
Good evening, board members. I'm going to do the roll call. Chairwoman Blamore,
Present.
Chairwoman Farah Jala-Fortun,
Present.
Chairwoman Pasmino, Vice Chair Narissa Glickman. We have quorum to proceed.
Thank you so very much, Taisha. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
No.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to have the swearing in of our Dr. Marie O. Etienne for reappointment and the swearing in for Mrs. Rose Michelle Grandpierre, also for reappointment. Ladies, if you can join me. Thank you. So we'll start over. And once I say I, you'll just repeat your full name. I, a resident of the state of Florida, of the United States of America, and of the city of North Miami, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida, observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances of the city of North Miami, and will faithfully perform the duties of the Commission for Women. So help me God. Welcome, ladies. Or welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Now we're complete. The official. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, staff. We're going to begin with old business. At this time, we're going to have an update for the 50 Female Startup Initiative by Commissioner Claudia Pasmino.
Thank you, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. So we haven't met in a while. So since then, several things has occurred. So I want to thank the staff for the letter that you drafted for us. I know that we cannot speak with one another outside because of sunshine. So me and Nori have not gotten together since then. But I've been thinking, since it was assigned to me, been thinking several things. So now I've had a change of heart. So one of the reasons I want to recuse myself from this, because a lot of stuff's been going on, not only in the city, but nationwide. And I think that that money, I personally feel could be used to help the women that currently are in the city of North Miami. We didn't know what the future is going to bring. So I know that originally it was to help women start new businesses, but I feel that there's current women who have businesses right now in North Miami that who knows what hardship they're going to go through, then maybe we should focus on making sure that their business is doing well.
So originally, and thank you, Commissioner Pasmino. So originally, the vote was specifically to help new women start their business. And so while I do agree, we can create initiatives, and you can definitely propose an initiative for us to assist women who currently have businesses. But this particular initiative is to help new women start their business. And, you know, starting a business is a very difficult process. And so as a Commission for Women, we wanted to facilitate that process for women that are here in the city. Now, if you feel that it's not an initiative that you would like to champion, that is perfectly fine. But I just wanted to be clear on the fact that it was specifically voted on to help new business owners.
No, I understand that, but I know that I was going to approach the council. So I, from the beginning, was uneasy about approaching the council in regards to funding for this. So now, again, given what's going on, I won't feel comfortable going to the council saying, or I know that there's other places in the city that can use the funding right now. So that's why I want to recuse myself, because I personally do not feel comfortable going to the council saying, I would like funding for this, knowing that there's a need for something else.
Okay.
Even though I know that what the vote was, and I did vote in favor of it.
Okay. Thank you so very much. We accept your recusal. And at this time, we are going to open to the floor for any one of our current members who would like to assist in this 50 female startup initiative to help raise the $25,000.
May I? To the chair. Can you hear me?
Oui.
Okay. Madam Chair, to my recollection, I know we have not met in a while, and I just got reappointed. This was an assignment that was assigned to me initially, and so I would like to continue with that initiative.
Excellent.
So we can collectively brainstorm on how we can raise up the money
Okay,
together
excellent.
as
So
a team.
So the reason that it was when we started the new year and Ms. Commissioner Pazmino came on and we had new members, we wanted to shuffle around
Oh, okay.
opportunities just to allow them to come in and have a specific initiative that they can work on.
Okay.
And Commissioner Pazmino did agree to do it along with Vice Chair Narissa. While at this time she has made the decision not to lead or champion this cause, we certainly welcome you taking back on that responsibility along with Vice Chair Narissa. Are you still on board?
Of course.
Excellent. So, perfect. We have Dr. Marie O. Etienne, our new reappointment that will take on the championing of 50 Female Startup Initiative to assist the board on raising $25,000 for 50 females to start their first business here in the city of North Miami. All in agreement?
Aye.
Aye.
Excellent. Moving on with old business, at this time, we would like to discuss Empower Her Nomi Woman Mentorship Initiative, which is championed by Commissioner Lafortune.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Part of my report also pertains to the previous topic, the 50 Female Startup Initiative. My duty was to pretty much draft an application to determine who would be more qualified to obtain to profit from this initiative. And I did come up with an application divided into the following topics. The first one being about yourself, where they provide their name, last name, first name, last name, date of birth, address, phone number, email address, and to tell us a few words about themselves and why they wish to open a business. The second section being about your business, where they let us know whether their business has a name or not. If yes, provide the name, and then what is the mission of their business. The next section being about their product, what is the main product of their company. Is it a service? Is it a, what type of product it is, and how the product affects customers' life, and what result does the product create. And the next section being for the potential entrepreneur to let us know about their target customers. One question being, what is your target market? Another one, where can you find your customers? How will people learn about your brand or your product? And how will you establish contact with your customers? Last but not least, what will set you apart from your competition? And there will be a final remarks section where they will tell us what would qualify them for this opportunity over another applicant.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Commissioner. That
My
is
pleasure.
excellent. I have no feedback or anything to add. Does anyone have anything to add? Okay, I think we all have agreed you did a phenomenal job. So
Thank you.
we will take that application. We can vote on it. Let's vote on submitting what Commissioner Lafortune just submitted to us as the formal application process for the 50 female startup staff.
We have a vote to accept Commissioner Lafortune application as the submission. Board Member Glickman, how do you
Yes.
vote? Board Member Pesmino,
Yes.
Chairwoman Naomi Blamore,
Yes.
Chairwoman Dr. Etienne,
Yes.
Chairwoman Faraja Lafortune,
Yes.
Mrs. Rose Grandpierre. Thank you.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And continuing with your commitment to working with the Empower Her NOMI Woman Mentorship, please share your findings on that.
So I came up with about 20 topics per age range. Some topics are repeated. For example, financial literacy, and I know we separated the age range into 16 to 25, 25 to 30, and 25 to 35, and 35 and over. So some topics like mental health, financial literacy will be repeated for each age range. However, we will have to come up with an age-appropriate lessons.
Excellent.
The list is pretty long. I don't know if you want me to go over it.
We do not have to go over the list in
But I can
its
send it.
entirety, but you can give us bullet points. Go right ahead.
Okay, so for the 16 to 25, the focus is on self-esteem, coping with stress, healthy relationships, early marriages, pregnancy, college readiness, financial literacy, knowing yourself, setting boundaries, etc., puberty, menstruation, adolescence, life skills.
Excellent.
And 25 to 35, again, coping with stress, healthy relationships, planning for a family, career exploration, financial literacy is repeated, mental health, self-care, skill development, work-life, etc., work-life balance. And for 35 and over, we have career planning and advancement, networking and relationship building, especially when it comes to the professional level, leadership and management, skill development, emotional intelligence, workplace representation, divorce, coping with grief, etc. So I guess amongst ourselves, we would have to determine who would feel more comfortable teaching what topic, and then we can develop the curriculum based on the topic that we choose.
Excellent. At this time, I move to accept Commissioner Lafortune's submission for the curriculum for Empower Her NOMI Woman Mentorship Initiative staff.
We have a motion made by Chairwoman Dr. Blamore to move to accept Dr. Lafortune curriculum as the original and final submission.
Second.
Board Member Glickman, you second?
Second, yeah.
Alrighty. Second by, I have to write. Have a vote. Are you ready? Are you ready to vote?
Yes.
Okay. Chairwoman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Glickman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chairwoman Dr. Marie Etienne, how do you vote?
Former chair, thank you.
Sorry, my bad. I
okay.
apologize.
It's okay. Former chair,
Former chair.
Marie Etienne, thank you. I vote yes.
Board Member Faraja La Fortune, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Rose Van Pierre, how do you vote? Alrighty, motion carried with a 5-0 vote.
Wonderful. At this time, I would like to move forward with us choosing a date on the calendar by which we would launch our Empower Her NOMI Woman Mentorship Initiative to staff. We are looking for a location within one of the community locations to have a fixed time. Let's say if we say first Saturdays of the month, we can be there from 12 to 2 or from 10 to 12. I think that those times looks, I would say, is good for everyone. We can vote on it tonight as well. But just for staff to know, we would need to secure one of the locations. I am thinking first Saturdays or second Saturdays. We just want to do things reoccurring, and so people already know, okay, so first Saturdays we're going to be at the Scott Galvin Center for Empower Her NOMI Woman Mentorship. So we can do first Saturdays or we can do second Saturdays. At this time, I would present it before everyone. Is Saturday a good day for everyone to attend? Understanding that no one controls life. There might be a situation where you're out of town. There might be a situation where you have something else on your calendar. That is perfectly fine. I believe at this point we all know that Commissioner Lafortune is well endowed in ensuring that a good schedule is put together, and every month we have individuals in place to do a session or two. So I want this to not be a lopsided initiative. I want everyone to participate, and I would like, in addition to participating, for someone to actually host something. Right? I think it's very important that we don't use the same commissioners again and again for the same thing. So if you don't feel comfortable being a facilitator, I can understand that, but we just ask that every commissioner actually contributes something. At this time, I'm going to open it for discussion.
Madam Chair?
Dr. Etienne, yes?
Yes, I definitely agree on being consistent. I would make a motion for us to consider first Saturday from 12 to 2. The reason why, because most people don't get up too early in the morning. So if you do something at 11 to 1, they would come. But 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, people still trying to juggle their schedule. I'm not sure if anybody think of the same.
No, I agree. People, if they work Monday through Friday, Saturday, they want to sleep in a bit.
12 to 2?
12 to 2 is a lunchtime, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing that. So, okay, that's fine. I can do it lunch. I can do it.
What we can do, Vice Chair, we can definitely work on finding sponsors. Maybe since Dr. Etienne suggested first Saturdays, maybe every first Saturday we can find a sponsor who can deliver pizza or
Healthy food.
deliver some kind of healthy food. And so we'll ensure that there's lunch served.
That would be a long line coming then.
Okay, so
Madam
at
Chair?
this time,
We have
anyone else?
Yes, as you mentioned, some people might not feel comfortable facilitating a session, would it be appropriate to have invited guests who might be more
Absolutely.
apt to host
Absolutely.
the session? Okay.
Absolutely. So the idea is to have invited guests that brings expertise and knowledge. The reason I didn't start with the invited guests, because at times when we have invited guests, some may think that means that removes me from being responsible in actually contributing something.
Correct.
So absolutely, we're going to shop around and find the best of the best that can really relate to the 3 age groups that we have that you have done so well organizing. And we're going to ensure that the individuals are well endowed to speak for the topic that we put together for that month. Now, what I think would be great is, yes, let's say, for instance, we have 3 sessions, and maybe 2 sessions have an invited guest and 1 session is led by one of us. Or we have 2 sessions led by one of us and 1 session led by an invited guest. The point is, everyone is called to serve in this particular initiative, and we are not going to leave the initiative, especially something that is reoccurring on a monthly basis, on 1 person or 2 people. Everyone who is on the board is required to take part in one way or another, whatever you feel comfortable in. Now, this would be a great training, right, for those who say, I like public speaking, but I don't do it a lot, and I'm a little shy when it comes to that. So this could be a great time where maybe you would take a smaller group, and this could be your way of actually practicing so that you feel more comfortable speaking in public. Because if you don't do it, then you'll never do it. At some point, you have to put the shyness behind and, as they say, step up to the plate and just make it happen. So I think that at this time, I believe Ms. Wozgampier have not spoken yet, so I would like to give her an opportunity to share her thoughts.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That is a great initiative that I applaud, and I thank you. I thank Madame Lafortune for putting together all these great ideas. One of the concerns that I have, since it is recurring, do we have an end date, or how far or how long these recurring sessions will last? Do we have like a year, 3 months, or 4 months, which will be very important for us to know in terms of planning, and also for the audience to know how we will schedule, how we will make arrangements for all those different groups to attend, and so that they can plan ahead as well.
Commissioner Lafortune?
I was going to ask what was the vision for the setup, because I see we have 2 hours and we have 3 groups. So will those sessions happen simultaneously?
Excellent. So my vision is to have 3 simultaneous sessions and then 1 group session, right?
Okay.
And the 1 group session could be focused on something that is empowering, like building self-esteem, building confidence, preparing for your next step in life. We know that in the room there will be individuals preparing for different next steps. Nevertheless, the steps that you take in order to get your resume together, prepare your suit for an interview, actually looking at possible questions that you can be asked on interview, no matter where you are in life, no matter your age, it's all of this. It's across the it's blanket, let's say it like that,
Okay,
right?
so
So
the
there's not
one
much of a difference
session.
in that. So we will have 3 breakout sessions, right? And then 1 session together.
So that 1 session would be covering one of those topics that we see in all three age ranges.
Correct. So what I envision is having a theme for each Saturday.
Okay.
So each group in your breakout session, you're going to be discussing the same theme, but obviously a little bit different
Age appropriate.
based on age appropriate, exactly. And then we come together for our, I would say, group session. Okay.
So in a nutshell, it will be on the timeline of 4 months approximately.
So no, as it relates to how long we would do this, so this will be every month except for recess, right? So I believe one of the reasons why we brought this up, because we wanted to ensure, and I'm not sure if you were here that day, Madame Grapierre, but we wanted to ensure that we leave staples that the Commission for Women does ongoing, right? And mentorship is something that the women of the city should provide for one another ongoing. So whether I am here or I am not here, the next Commission for Women chair should take this initiative as something that the Commission for Women does ongoing. When you go to Miami-Dade County and you go to their meetings, there are things that are staple. They do it ongoing, no matter who is the chair, no matter who comes in, no matter who leaves. There are certain things that they do because it is an added value to the county. And so because we are here to add value to the women of the city of North Miami, we want to ensure that there are two things that we work diligently to do, and is to mentor women of all ages, giving them the opportunity once a month. You know, sometimes it may not even be breakout sessions, and sometimes we might just have a mental health session, right? Because we don't know what people are going through. We don't know how long they've been going through it. Maybe this might be their outlet, right? To finding wholeness, to finding peace, to really developing themselves as an individual, as a business owner. So we are, as women, I think we represent a very wide range of ages here, different experience, different backgrounds. So I think that to have it every month, except the month that the council goes on recess, right? That would be the month that we are off. I think to have it every month ongoing would be a great contribution to the city, the women in the city, and the girls in the city. Since 2008, I have been dedicated to doing or putting myself in a space where I am working towards building women and girls. And I can say that I am not saying I'm the only one, but there are not a lot of initiatives for women and girls. They're just not, right? And as a city, we understand that we have about 60,000 people living here, about 51% are female. Right? And so if we create an initiative where, you know, women can come with their daughters or come with their nieces, and I know there's a lot of topics that might be a little difficult or taboo for them to discuss, but if they come around community and they're in a safe space and they see us actually bringing these things to the forefront and we're assisting, we don't know. We will be sowing seeds of greatness for the next generation of women. And at the end of the day, if we don't do anything else, we should leave this dais, we should leave this commission literally identifying X amount of women that we ourselves have deposited into, and we know that we've made our mark here.
To the chair. Madam Chair, as we discussing this, I did make a motion. I'd like for us to also consider the Youth Council to collaborate with us on this initiative, as well as I know Love, they have a UOV right here within the city. There are initiatives that are going on. And so we also have Dr. Shirley Plinton with U-Turn Consulting Youth. So these are some folks that we can tap into so we can collaborate when we're promoting our programs.
Excellent.
There was
Thank
a
you.
motion on the floor.
Okay, so I know there is a motion on the floor for the
I
date.
think it was second.
It has not been seconded yet, but I did want to give Ms. Grandpierre an opportunity to speak before we vote on it. And then Commissioner Lafortune, go ahead.
I wanted to piggyback on what Ms. Grandpierre mentioned. How long do we expect are we going to call it a program? If so, do we want to provide a certificate of completion at the end of the program? How long do we expect this to last?
Excellent. So, yes, absolutely. We will provide a certification of completion after whether it's a girl or a woman, have completed 90 days. I think that if they come to 3 sessions, we would have known that through those 3 sessions, because because our curriculum is very specific month to month, we know if they do the first quarter, we know what they got. If they do the second quarter, we know what they got. If they did the third quarter or fourth quarter, we know what they got. So actually, doing it in quarters would be really great, because then we can have a little luncheon. We can have something that honors them, that they went through the first quarter, they went through the second quarter, or they went through the third quarter, and maybe you have a woman who's gone through, or a young lady who's gone through the entire year, minus the recess, which is normally in August. Okay. August. So we can do it like that. I think that just brings added value, and the girls and the women, of course, would love that. So again, we will ensure that the programming is done on a theme-based, okay? And we can agree that it's one. So we have a theme, and then we have specific classes within a quarter that would constitute what we can give it a name, that would constitute that quarter. And then we say, okay, these women have completed 1 quarter, and this is what they learned, okay? And so what we can do, Commissioner Lafortune, is take exactly what we just voted on, and now we build out the curriculum. And we say quarter 1, this is what we want for them to learn. Quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4.
I do have a question.
Yes.
In terms of evaluation of what we should outcome. How do we measure our return on investment? How do we measure the outcome? We have to think about an evaluation process, so we can say how many we served. I guess come up with a tool.
Exactly. I agree. And Dr. Etienne will ask you to help us put together that evaluation process. I love that. I love when I see your profession come into play immediately. How we're evaluating this. I think that's amazing. That's great. I love that. So that's a great component. So choose to evaluate, and I think that the women will really feel. They will feel our purpose literally transforming their lives. And just instead of us being just here, once a month and just speaking amongst ourselves and coming up with ideas, I think this is us reaching out to them, pulling them in, and giving them something of value. So we did have a motion on the floor. Dr. Etienne proposed first Saturdays from 12 to 2.
Second.
Okay, great. Seconded by Commissioner Lafortune. Staff?
Before we do vote, I want to make sure we know that it's not gonna be able to be one location at all time.
Okay.
So
Of course, at your discretion.
Yeah, no, it's not, because, we have parks, so, and if we start at the end of this year, some dates might have been taken, and I know Scott Gavin Center, which you love very much, is very busy,
Okay.
and we're gonna have to spread maybe through district, or, I
Okay.
don't know how.
So we'll,
Yeah.
so we will, what we'll do is first we'll look at what is open, and whatever is open for the first Saturdays of the next months, we're gonna lock them in. And for the Saturdays that there is no opportunity, then we'll look at other
Yeah.
avenues. Is
But
that okay?
Scott Gavin is not looking good.
So
Okay,
is the
so Scott-
priority Scott Galvin, so she can
Because we
check?
have-
What's
Well,
the
she
priority?
knows that we prefer the Scott Galvin, that's why
I
she's
know.
saying that. But of course, listen, at the end of the day, we have to
Yeah,
get
we
it
work
done.
to work, yeah.
So yes, we prefer the Scott Galvin, but if it's not available, then we'll look at other options. And in the meantime, what we can do, let's look at other venues within the city,
High schools,
okay?
North Miami Library.
Maybe the
I'm
library.
giving you options.
Okay, the library, that's
Well,
Holy
great.
Family
the
Catholic
library.
School.
The library board, so I know that they're pretty busy on, as you were saying, that
Saturdays.
on Saturdays they have the computer class.
Okay,
First
what time
Saturday?
is this computer
The
class?
computer class, I believe the first one starts at 9:30 and it goes, they have 4 of them. So I believe 9:30, 10:30, 10:30, it finishes at 4.
'Cause there's
But
another
what about the room? Yeah, what about the room that we vote in?
The vote room.
Mm-hmm.
The programming room,
Is that
sometimes,
program? Is called programming?
yeah.
They
Okay.
have 2 rooms, and one on the side, and then one in the back.
Mhm. Sometimes those are also booked.
Okay,
So
so
you can check, but
Yeah, I
know
will
that most of
definitely
the
check
time-
all the
Most of the time, the
locations.
library does have events going on Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll make sure I
Ongoing.
check all the locations.
Please
Okay,
keep
check the
in mind
location.
Holy Family Catholic School.
okay,
Oh,
the
wow.
church, excellent. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll first look at what's available at the Scott Galvin, and then on the first of the month, on the first Saturday when it's not available, we'll reach out to our partner. And if that is not available for one Saturday for the year, let's just book it out 6 months. Let's book it out 6 months so that we don't have any concerns. And then as we move along, we'll kind of figure out where else within the city we can locate a space.
When do we intend to start?
So I am going to look to Commissioner Lafortune because we have to put the curriculum together. So we can work together, Commish, to put the first quarter together, knowing that we are
Yeah.
ways into the year. So we'll put the next quarter together, and then via email, we will communicate to staff when will be our starting date.
Could we suggest September 7th? I mean, September 6th?
September will be great because with back to school, that would be great.
When is Labor Day?
Labor Day?
It's on the 2nd. right?
September.
No, so that's Saturday, the 6th. So Labor Day would be the previous,
Perfect. Okay, so
wouldn't it?
Tentative.
hold on a second.
Oh, no, that would be.
Let me see Labor Day.
Labor Day is Monday,
Yeah.
September the 1st.
Okay,
Exactly,
perfect.
yeah.
All right, so Saturday, September 6th, tentatively.
Tentatively.
Alrighty, we're not gonna vote on anything that's tentative, so.
No. Meaning tentatively
for you.
based on you finding us a location if you come back.
Alrighty, I got you.
So we're good with the date, Saturday the 6th, okay? I will work with Commish Lafortune to put the curriculum together. We will forward the curriculum to everyone via email. We'll put it on a Google Doc. Everybody can, chime in and put some ideas, and then we can go from there. Okay, so first we're going to vote on the first Saturday of every month from 12 to 2. We will host the Empower Her Know Me Woman Mentorship Initiative. This initiative will be held at various locations based on availability. Staff will reach out to the Parks Department to identify 6 months out on what dates are available. For the dates that are not available through the Park Department, we will reach out to our partners and we will ensure that we fill those dates in. Okay, so we're going to vote first on the first of every month, 12 to 2.
have a motion. Can we put 8 months instead of 6 months? Because we have three sessions plus one in groups. We give you 4, so at least we can secure 2 full sessions of 8 months.
And you check there's no holiday?
Yeah, that's another issue.
Okay, so, okay, let's just go through it. Okay, so if we do Saturday the 6th of September, then we have Saturday the 4th of October, and then we have November the 1st, okay? And then we have December the 6th, and that close out the year. It is exactly 4 months.
All right.
Okay.
That'll be the
4
first
or
quarter.
8.
Yep, so we're gonna start on the 4th quarter, which would be our first quarter. Okay? Everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
At least one block.
Exactly. So we have, yes. No, it's 1 quarter because it's Saturday, excuse me, it's September, October, November,
And
December. Yeah, she's right.
4 months, yeah.
4 months.
She mentioned 8 months.
No, because
Just thinking of 2 quarter perhaps,
2 quarters, right.
without recess.
We're going to do 1 quarter. So the last quarter of the year. So we have a motion on the floor, seconded by Commissioner Lafortune. Staff?
Madam Chair, Dr. Lamore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote?
Yes, yes.
Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
Yes.
Vice Chair Glickman, how do you vote? Yes. Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
yes,
Board Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
Yes.
You did great.
But I do have a question.
Yes.
So does the city have to approve stuff, especially if we use like community centers, because they have to approve, I guess, overtime and all that, or?
No, staff. That's why we have a member of staff here. Through her, everything that needs to be taken care of, as far as logistics and administration, they take care of it.
I guess I have a next question would be strategy in terms of how do we bring the people there? I guess we can brainstorm on that.
Yes.
Because you can have a beautiful program, but we have to have a strategy on how to recruit. So flyers, marketing, things like that.
So we would be leaning on staff to provide a flyer for this. We know what happened the last time. We hope that right now things are not as busy for staff. Nevertheless, if we have to produce our own flyer, we will do so. And so we will we'll first ask staff to ask the communications department to draft a flyer for this. We'll give them, today's Tuesday, we'll give them by Friday to tell us their availability. And if we're unable to get a response by Friday, then we would go out and we would secure a flyer, just how we have done with the NOMI Woman Meetup. Then we will present it to the board would approve it, then we would present it to staff would present it to communication department, because they still need to approve it even if after we've created it.
Madam Chair, I'm thinking that staff may need some grace in terms of timing, because now they have to check to see if the facilities are available, right?
No.
The
On the
dates?
flyer, we don't have, they can just do the flyer and then we can change the dates. We just need for them.
No, I'm talking about the location for the facility. Okay,
She said one phone.
okay. All right. You answered my question.
Okay, great. So, so as far as that is concerned, I will work with Commissioner Lafortune. We'll put a curriculum together. We'll share it with you guys, Google Doc. Everybody gets to put their input. And then we will create a schedule to identify who will be there on each session. And then we can together come up with a list of speakers
Yes.
that we believe would bring something of great value to the women in attendance. Now, I love what Dr. Etienne mentioned about marketing. I think that once we confirm the first one and the date, we can begin to market it. We would ask that staff shares it out widely to the city. I think that we can also probably identify some ways to talk about it on the radio
Yes.
at no cost. We'll see how far we get with that. I do know that there are a lot of places in the city that we can leave flyers. So we'll see what the city can come up with that. And then at the end of the day, I think that we all have social media, we have WhatsApps, we have chats. We're going to allow the city to do all that they can within their capacity, and then we will meet them there.
Madam Chair. Oh, sorry. If you allow me, thank you. We also need to come up with a plan in terms pertaining to logistics when it comes to the ladies signing up, and for us to know approximately how many we will have for each session.
So when we have an event like this, the city has an Eventbrite account.
Okay.
They will send it out to their database, and then right there on the email, they can just click, and then they sign up.
Perfect.
Now, because we are serving 3 age groups, on the Eventbrite invitation, we're going to ask the city to ask them their age, just so that we make sure we know, okay, 45 women are coming, X are this age, X are that age, so we can better prepare.
You can actually put the bracket, the age range on each cat,
And
because
they
we do that,
click.
I've done that.
Okay.
And they just check their
But
age
then for
range.
us to
Put that-
recognize, for us to recognize who's who, there would have to be something else emailed to them. For example, a green ticket, a red ticket, a yellow ticket, identifying the age range for when they come to the location.
Okay, I think we can talk with the technical department, and we'll allow you to take the lead in that, Commissioner. And you'll kind of work with them, and they'll let you know, okay, this is what we can do. And you'll say, okay, well, this is what I need. And I'm sure Dunya is going to give you all the specifics to get that done.
Perfect.
I love the fact that from day one, you took on this assignment and you're running with it. And I think this is probably going to be one of the best things that we can do for the city of North Miami as the Commission for Women. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Madam Chair, I know time is running.
Yes.
And I wanted to add 2 more things for the initiative. I'm thinking that it would be a great idea if you, Commissioner Lafortune, or you, Madam Chair, or anyone that you deem so desire to do a PSA, maybe a live on Instagram, a live on Facebook. I'm not sure if that's allowed with the city.
I mean, I was going to mention that because you said radio, and we know we have Savannah. So we have Nomi Insider, and she has like a YouTube channel where she
Perfect.
interviews people, like the leaders in the city.
Excellent.
And I think if I approach communication and Madame ACM and ask her for a permission for you to talk
Perfect.
about the commission, maybe we can reach a bigger audience.
Excellent. I love it.
I would like even see that the Commission for Women have its own YouTube channel.
I don't think we can. Maybe under
No, I mean
the
to
city.
sit all of those presentations.
Section, yeah.
We can, right? Thank you.
So, yeah, so when Dunya sent out the link to us if you go through it on your phone, it's hard for you to see it. But if you go in and on your desktop, you would see on the left-hand side, she can create links. I mean, anything we practically want. So individuals who are the women in the city who are looking to find out what we're doing next, Dunya can actually put it on the left-hand side. So there is a location where we can store our events and upcoming events. So that would be great. And we'll follow up with Junior for that. Any questions? Excellent. So, okay, we're going to move on. The next for old business, Commission for Women Transition. So we are requesting that the city to change how the board operates until new appointments have been made. We knew that this was possibly an issue, and although we tried our very best to mitigate it, we asked all the commissioners who were looking to get reappointed to fill out their application way before the time was up. Nevertheless, we were still held back significantly. And although we managed to move forward with 2 new appointees, for District 4 and District 1, but then if for whatever reason someone was not available, we did not have the 4-member quorum, and then we had 2 people still out, then a 3rd person. So we are respectfully requesting that an amendment be made so that this doesn't happen again. Also, sitting on 4 other boards in the city, I do know that there is a minimum 3 absences per board. And so we would like to also present that as part of the amendment so that as board members, we not only prepare for transition, but we also know that in a rolling year, there's only 3 absences.
I would like to make a friendly addition to the chair's request when considering the amendment, is that it will be 3 consecutive absences, in that without excuse, because we are volunteers. We know what we have to do because we're here. However, there are circumstances that sometimes prevent us from being here. I know in the past I've had members who could not attend, and we didn't have an issue because we still maintain quorum. I think we just need to be mindful that when we have meetings that we have to make sure that there is quorum at all times. But to say that you're going to remove someone because they're absent 3 times, I think it needs to be consecutive, not out of the blue.
I don't know what, there is I don't want to call it a law, but there is something already in
language.
place. Yeah, it's already in place.
But it's not in
consecutive.
It's not in our ordinance, but there are other boards in the city that their ordinance has that language. If you
Already.
have couple consecutive absences, so April, May, June. So
Yes.
Yeah, so
if
I'm
you're
not
absent-
asking for anything that is not, that the other boards are not following.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I made
definitely.
sure I said it before that I sit on 4 other boards, and all 4 of the other boards have that in place. And I'm not asking for anything different. I'm asking for us to follow what most of the boards are currently following. Whether it's consecutive or whether it's 3 absences, I don't have the specific language, but I know that there's something in place. So I am requesting that the Commission for Women puts language in our ordinance that speaks to that, just as the other boards have.
All right.
I
Okay?
agree.
That'll
Thank
be
you.
that'll be, but for
council.
Madam ACM already knows about it, so we have to wait until recess so we can bring that forth to mayor and council.
Yes.
It depends on how they vote.
Thank you.
That's the answer.
Thank
And
you
that was
so-
number 5 on the agenda. I think we just
Okay, excellent. Thank you so very much. Social media branding, I know we've spoken about this several times. I think that, at this point, I'm going to take on the responsibility to make sure that we address the rebranding of our social media pages. Dr. Etienne just talked about YouTube, but we do have social media. We are just
Facebook,
not managing
Instagram.
it, and we have not taken the responsibility to do so. So I will take it on.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah, they're not mad. So when we started, they gave us social media, but
And those.
it's not their job to manage it. It's our job to manage it. They just have to approve.
I manage at least 8 social media pages.
So they just have to.
Not me.
So it's just that we cannot put something out there that communication does not agree with, but the city's not going to manage our social media page, and we do have it. Okay, so I will take that on as a responsibility. If staff can share with me specifically who in communications that I will have to send the posts to for them to be approved before they're updated so that I can make that connection and begin the process.
I'll work on that. I'll give you an answer by tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that.
I remember they told us we couldn't do it. What's that?
Sorry.
All right, so we're still on old business. Follow up on outstanding initiative. Get to know me.
Get fit.
That's fair.
Get fit, know me. I'm going to take on that initiative as well. Get fit, know me, and I will share with staff the dates that we will begin.
Did we decide on the location for that?
Yep, we voted on. It's been so long ago that we voted on it. It's just.
Yeah.
No, it was
Sky
actually
Garden,
supposed to be
Mocha.
Mocha Plaza. So it was supposed to be Mocha Plaza because we did not need any permission. We just would come there, set up, and work out. And unfortunately, this has turned into something that I can't even explain. Nevertheless, I'm going to take it on, and I will deliver and email everyone on when we're going to have the first one. At this point, a staff has put out the request for a flyer. No flyer has been produced. I will take that on as well. At this point, I just want to get a clear yes from all of the commissioners that this is going to be the second flyer that I produce. The one for Get Fit Know Me would be the third. And so I just want to be clear that these flyers, there's a cost. And so that when we do come with the bill, that everyone knows that the reason we had to go outside is because we are not getting the flyers from, and when I say staff, I'm not talking about Taisha. I just want to make it clear, she's doing her job. She sends me the emails, she CCs me, it is not her fault, but for whatever reason, we have not been able to get the flyers. So for now, we have one that we're about to discuss. We have to do one for the Empower Her Woman Mentorship. And the good thing about these is because they're reoccurring, we just need one flyer. If we have to change dates, if we have to change location, that's it. We're going to create one for the Get Fit Know Me. Okay. And then we have the every fourth Friday, Know Me Woman Meetup, which we're going to discuss today. And then the next flyer would be for our brunch. Ladies, please share. It was supposed to be,
29th of June in the past.
yeah, let staff give us the rundown. Go ahead, staff.
So with the brunch, it was supposed to be June 29th, 2025, but we have not met in maybe 2 months. So the third. And now I spoke to Chairwoman and she proposed August. And for us to do it in August, we had August 5th and August 30th and 31st. But with Christine that is gone, we don't have a park director now. And August 5th is already taken. So we did not meet in June to secure August because she couldn't make the decision by herself. It has to be brought to you. And now I reached out to Park, and we have August 30th and 31st, Saturday or Sunday. And for September, we have Saturday the 27th and Sunday the 14th and the 21st. So Scott Gavin don't have a lot of things.
So Saturday in for the month of September. I mean, at this point, I'm not going to look at August because I just want to comfortably have another meeting before we have the brunch. I think that that would be responsible. Clearly, with the way things are going, knowing that we have our first Empower Her mentorship initiative September 6th, I think that September 27th makes more sense.
September what?
Sunday, September 27th.
I
Yes.
just want to let everybody know I'm already committed for that date. I'm out.
Oh, you're not going to be.
I'm going to be in New York, yes.
Okay. Okay, but that's which days they have available? September
Yeah,
27th?
We have Sunday the 14th and Sunday the 21st.
And then Saturday the what?
Saturday the 27th.
27th. Okay, so let's take it.
Sunday brunch?
I remember before we said we wanted to have it on a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
So we
the
wanted to have it
21st?
on Sunday because there was not any availability. If we still want to keep the Sunday, we can. So Sunday the 28th,
21st, no?
21st. You said the 21st,
First,
The
the
21st.
14th and the 21st.
14 and the 21st. So, okay, let's vote on it.
Saturday?
We have
That's
on the
Sunday?
floor
Sunday.
Sunday the 21st.
Or Sunday the 14th.
Okay, so let's vote on Sunday the 21st first. I have a motion on the floor to schedule the NUMI Women's Wellness Summit brunch for Sunday the 21st. Do I have a second?
Second.
You have 2 dates available, 14 or the 21st?
Yes, we're
It's
going
on
to
the
vote on each one
21st.
first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the 21st, we have a second, staff.
1 second. Madam Chair, Dr. Blamore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote?
No, I'm not available.
Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
Yes.
Vice Chair Glickman, how do you vote? Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
No, if it is for 21st.
Board Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
Yes.
That'll be a 3-3 vote. Motion's carried with a 3-3 votes. So we're gonna have to revote because there's
There's a tie.
a
Okay, great. All right, what's the next date?
That'll be the 14th, Sunday the 14th.
There's 6 of us here today.
I'm open.
Okay.
September.
I'm open,
You open for where?
the 14th.
Okay, so let's put on the 14th on the floor. I have a motion for us to host the annual NOMI Women's Wellness Summit brunch on Saturday, the 14th. Do I have a second?
I
Second.
second it.
Oh, sorry.
Second? Okay, great.
Who second? That was Board Member Pazmino.
Pazmino seconds.
Sunday, not Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday, the 14th, excuse me.
Madam Chair Blamore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
Yes.
Vice Chair Glickman, how do you vote? Yes. Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion carried with a 5-0 vote.
Okay, we're going to host our annual NOMI Women's Wellness Brunch on Sunday, September 14th.
2025.
Okay,
And
at the
hours?
Scott Galvin Center.
I will call.
Thank you.
It's open?
I will call and make sure. So I can-
Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Do we have a color theme?
We do not have a color theme. However, we will reach out to our last event planner to see what colors they have. We'll send it in an email and we can choose that way.
All right.
Okay?
Not a problem.
Can you
Wonderful.
Time?
We voted on the
We already voted on the time,
from 12 to 2.
12 to 2.
It's kind of short.
So let's say
12 to 3.
let's say 12 to 3, understanding, ladies, that we are going to keep programming for about an hour and a half an hour to network in the beginning, and then half an hour to close. Okay? It's a Sunday, so we don't want to keep
Right.
the ladies too long. Okay? Any questions? All right.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
you've asked me to draft a letter, and I gave everybody a copy for the invitation because you created a list for the county elected official people you would like to invite to the brunch as well. So I want to work on that because if we start inviting people, there's no way we're gonna cancel.
Excellent. Thank you. So we have the letter here before us. It reads, Dear valued community member, we are thrilled to invite you to join us for the second annual NOMI Women Wellness Summit Brunch, a joyful celebration of women's wellness, empowerment, and connection within our vibrant community. Date to be determined from 12 to 2 at the Scott Galvin Community Center located at 1600 Northeast 126th Street, North Miami, Florida 33181. This year's Summit Brunch will bring together women from all walks of life to embrace wellness in all its forms, mind, body, and spirit. Attendees will enjoy inspiring keynote speakers, delicious, nourishing brunch, and opportunities for meaningful connection and reflection. Whether you're a returning guest or joining us for the first time, this event is designed to uplift, rejuvenate, and celebrate you. Your presence matters, and it's essential to making this event truly special. Let's gather in the spirit of sisterhood, strength, and self-care. We can't wait to welcome you with warmth and gratitude. Naomi Bumler, Chairwoman, North Miami Commission for Women. Thank you so very much, Taisha. Would anyone like to add to this? I think it's beautifully written.
Yes, just to change the time to 12 to 3.
Okay, no problem.
And we have the date.
The date now.
Yeah, she'll update. It won't say to be determined. I mean, it's not her fault. She just had to give it to us like that. Okay. Anything else? Okay, so then now what we'll do is, Taisha, we'll just have two. One will say, Dear valued community member, and then we'll have one for elected officials. So just the introduction will be different. Any other suggestions?
I'm thinking perhaps we need to add the RSVP. If you have an RSVP,
We can
the
do that.
email,
So we would have to create the
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite link.
that would be better.
Okay.
And I would also suggest that I'm gonna have to talk to communication. Maybe one of you would be open to create a video and post it on your Instagram, so we can reach out to people.
Okay. So thank you so very much. You have some great ideas. Reach out to them, and based on what they say, we'll make ourselves
Yes.
available.
Not a problem.
Okay. Thank you so very much. Okay.
It's always the chair, honey. You have to make sure the chair speaks on our behalf.
All in agreement for the letter that was drafted by Taisha? Any corrections? Any input? No? Good. All right. Wonderful. Moving along. Okay. New business. Okay. So for new business, we voted on doing a every fourth Friday NOMI Woman Meetup. Engage, empower, elevate. Join us for an inspiring monthly networking series designed to gather, connect, and uplift women across North Miami. We came up with this idea to not only gather the women, but for us to help our small businesses. So whether we are doing it, I know the first location we had was right here on 125th Street. Picking the location is just us bringing business to the local businesses. The idea is to connect with women in the city on the fourth Friday night. This is the flyer that we created. We are presenting it for your input. If there are any changes or any suggestions on the flyer, we open the floor up now.
Well, I don't have the flyer.
You don't have it? Oh,
Where the fly? I just had the fly.
everyone should have a copy.
I just had it. Oh, I wrote in the back of it, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone has it. Everyone has it.
No, I got it. I got it.
So at the bottom, it says celebrate sisterhood, support local businesses, and enjoy an evening of meaningful conversation, laughter, and fun. It's supposed to be really laid back. There's no programming. We just come. We
Network?
introduce ourselves. We network. Bring your business card. We know that there's some of us are employees, some of us are business owners. So this is a great opportunity to find out what other women in the city are doing, and to us to support one another the best way that we can. Narissa?
I believe 3 hours is a little long. Maybe we can have it 2 hour.
Okay, we can definitely do that. So do we want to do 7 to 9 or 6 to 8?
I do have a concern with the picture. It just looks like girls. Not, I don't know.
You,
Picture is like an AI girls looking. It's not really depicting women.
so you would like
And it
older
is-
version of women?
Yeah, like, you don't have younger version, you have older version, you have,
More
it's-
diverse.
They all look like children.
I mean, it's definitely diverse. You have the diverse of women.
I'm
So
looking
we're
at
going to
the
talk about
photos.
age.
Yeah.
So you want older women? No, ladies, no problem. No problem.
I don't think it's diverse. I think
Could it
maybe we
be
can
us?
include a blonde, Asian.
Oh.
I don't think it's diverse.
Could it be us?
It's always better not.
Well, we've
That's-
never taken a professional picture together. So that's why it cannot be us right now, because in order for you to use a picture for a flyer,
Consistent.
it has to be a high-res picture, and not everybody has high-res pictures. If we all had high-res pictures, we could have submitted it to the designer, and he could have created this same collage with our pictures. Now, do we want to this weekend possibly get together and have one picture taken so that we can use it? We can do that. It all depends. I am open. It all depends to you guys.
I don't think we need to have our pictures on it.
Listen, there's a picture designed. We don't like the picture. I mean, ladies, I think
Our
we need to
picture.
focus on the main thing.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'm all ears.
It's good. I support it to have new picture of us so that people see the face that we want to involve with the city.
Okay, let's take it for a vote. Narissa is proposing, and Commissioner, I'm so sorry, La Fortune seconded. Staff? Yes.
Madam Chair, Dr. Blamore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote?
The answer is no.
Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
No.
Vice Chair Glickman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
No.
Board Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion carried with 3-3 votes, so it's a tie.
We need
Okay,
one more
can we
member.
make sure that we do not have an even number for the next meeting?
Yeah.
That's why it's very important.
Yeah.
For us not to have this, because it just blocks votes. So if you can do that for me, I really appreciate it. Okay, at this time, we're going to vote on the flyer as is. I have a motion on the floor to vote with the flyer as is, only making the necessary changes as far as date, time, location. Do I have a second?
I'm second.
Narissa seconds. Staff?
Madam Chair Blamore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote? To keep the flyer as is?
I would really like for you all to find a new picture that depicts older, younger, intergenerational photo that depicts everyone in the city,
So
not
it still
just young
could be
girls.
AI, but it has to be older.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My vote would be to move on with the flyer, but please consider finding a nice picture that would depict everybody.
I'm sorry. Where was your vote?
But
Dr.
I
Etienne,
think it's for
what
the
is your
date.
vote?
Wait, we're voting on the date?
No, we're voting to
As it is.
only changing dates and specific to location. So we have a vote on the floor, seconded by Dr.
Glickman.
Glickman. Dr. Etienne?
For this, is this going to be the permanent flyer?
Yes.
My vote is no.
Already.
Okay.
Board
Okay.
Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
For the graphic.
Yes.
Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
No.
That's two. Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
No.
Oh, God. Yes.
No, you already 1, 2, 3, so it's the 3 again.
Okay, next vote on the floor to vote, no picture. It will just say every fourth Friday, No Me Women's Meetup, no picture. Do I have a second?
Madam Chair, you could have a picture. It just need to depict.
Dr.
The
Etienne,
graphic people can find a picture.
Dr. Etienne,
Uh,
you know,
that
I
represent
like
women.
I like to
that
keep
represent
things.
women. This does not represent women. It
No
represents girls.
problem. I like to keep things simple. I like to focus on the meat of things, not things that are.
But representation matters.
It does. So at this point in time, I am presenting a vote on the floor with no picture. It would just be the words. Do I have a second?
Yes. I second it.
Madam Chair Dr. Blamore, how do you vote?
Yes, no picture.
Board Member Dr. Etienne, how do you vote?
I rather have photo in it. The answer is no.
Or no? Board Member Pazmino, how do you vote?
Difficult.
I also vote no.
Vice Chair Glickman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Board Member Grandpierre, how do you vote?
No.
Board Member Lafortune, how do you vote?
No.
Motion carried with 4 to 2 votes.
Okay, so at this point in time, I am going to present this flyer to be updated with a picture. There will be a cost added to it. I just want to make sure that we understand that when someone designs a flyer, there are certain things that you can change with no cost. There are things that if you start to change, there will be a cost. So I want to make sure that that is clear. Okay? All right, wonderful. Moving on.
I have a question. So we can't give it to communications? I know you in the past you did, but it took a while.
So you cannot give a flyer that it's already been done by one person to communications to change.
Or they can create.
They have to create another flyer. This is why when we are doing an event, we go to communications first and we ask them to do that work because number one, it's not going to cost us. And number two, they're going to be the ones to approve it anyway. We found ourselves in a situation that they had too many things happening at the time and they just did not have the time to create this flyer. So we went outside to get it done. And because we did not meet, right, it is now at least a month and a half later, and now I have to go back and tell this person not just change dates or location, but now, find another picture and this and that. So I just want to be clear that there is going to be a cost associated with that. Yes?
Did we have a proof? I don't recall that we had a proof, like a draft, something.
Yes, it was
Did we?
approved. Yes, it was sent out to everyone.
that I remember seeing.
And so I'm also going to ask staff going forward. Yeah, I'm going to ask staff going forward, once something like this is done, that everyone gets an email and there's a mandatory request to respond. Because what happens is we come back and we're voting and we are on the understanding that it is good, and a month later for us to say we don't like this and we don't like that, when it was submitted well over a month ago. Okay, so if staff can make sure everything goes out via email and there is a request for everyone to reply back, I think that will ensure that if staff doesn't get a response for somebody, they can pick up the phone, they can call them, hey, we didn't get a response from you yet, you know, what is your feedback? And then when we come here, we know everyone has submitted their opinions, suggestions, and or corrections.
Madam Chair, for the record, I just want to say that the flyer is a beautiful flyer. I have no objection with the designer. I think they did a fantastic job. Being that I just got reappointed, and I think you want the board member feedback, because feedback is important, right? And so we want to have a flyer that represents us, and that it doesn't have to have our picture on it as commissioners, but the picture that is being selected need to be diverse in terms of the faces, you know. That way everybody feels welcome as women.
No problem. I will submit this flyer 2 ways. One of them will have a picture, one of them will not have a picture, and so we will choose from there. Yes, Dr. Narissa.
Through the chair, I just like to address my thought. We just want to work together to make these things happen. And to me personally, I think that the lady is very young. Even though we don't have an older age looking lady on the picture,
already
I'm
voted.
sure all ladies going to join regardless. This event is going to bring all kinds of ladies. So that's the bottom line we want to address to have everyone meet together. The picture is actually a small issue in here. The bottom line is everybody get together. I don't think
Right.
the picture is going to affect the older lady do not want to join. This is more for different group of lady like to do some business, get together. So I just hope that the board, you know, our group can support the chair. All we are doing here is to get this going, and we don't want to keep delaying the same issue for months. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chair, just to let you know that we are here to support our chair. That is not the issue. The issue, we're having a discussion. You have 2 new commissioners who got reappointed and giving feedback. I think, like we said, when we work together as a team, we give feedback. It needs to be appreciated and welcome. And the board has voted that we do want to have a picture. Now I'm hearing Madam Chair said, oh, I'm going to give you one without a picture. The board just voted, we want to have a picture in it.
I said I am going to ask the designer to create 2 with a new picture and 1 without a picture, because we're not going to come back and fight over a picture.
But we already
So-
voted not to have,
That's what
to
I'm,
have a
no, I'm being very clear. When we come back,
Yeah.
or when it's emailed, you're going to have 2 options. We're going to choose one or the other. We're not going to go back and say we want another picture. It's either you take what is the picture is there, or you take it without a picture. We're not going to sit here for another 4 weeks and not have this event because we're looking for a picture. So that's why I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but to ensure that we don't fall into that, I am going to submit 2. So we will have 2 options. So if one don't work, hopefully the other will work. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So we don't have the flyer for the annual NOMI Women Wellness Summit, but we will have one that is sent to staff and then it will circulate. and then we will choose it. Okay.
Madam Chair, will the flyer for the summit, is it going to be outside vendor or do you want it in-house?
No. It's actually
It's always better.
ask them. I mean, if they, we would love for it to be done inside.
Yeah.
But please, if you can, if you will, ask them. You have all the information. We already voted on the date. We have the location. If staff can actually create a flyer for this event, it would be great, because then they can submit it to Dunya and we can actually begin promoting it. That would
Not
be
a
wonderful.
problem.
Thank you.
I'll give you an answer tomorrow.
Excellent. Public hearing is now open. Seeing none, public hearing is closed. At this time, we open the floor for any other discussion.
I do want to say we haven't met in several months, and I wanted to say something to Taisha, Ms. Pierre. Congratulations on getting your master's. She got her master's in May, and I've been waiting for us to meet to congratulate you because I don't see you. And I apologize for not coming earlier when I come to the council meetings to see you. I always run late, so every time I'm like, I need to say congratulations, but congratulations on your master's.
Congratulations, Taisha. I mean, clearly you're a
Thank you, Madam
rising
Chair.
star. And we thank God for you. We thank God for the service that you provide to the city and to this board. You have been phenomenal and really a trooper because there are a lot of behind the scenes moments, and you have risen to the occasion. So we salute you and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Any other discussions?
Well, it's certainly a pleasure to meet Dr. I don't know if you're a doctor or not, but I hear Dr. Ms. Lafortune, Commissioner Fortune, and I think we've already met already, so we already know each other. It's always good to, Dr. Bloomer and I know each other, so it's good to work with the board, and I'm glad to be back and looking forward to contribute to as much as I can. I'm here to support the work for the city, not against it. And when I do give a feedback, there's a reason. Thank you.
Okay, any other discussions, comments?
I do have a comment, but in regards to the date, which is already voted for the monthly thing, because the last meeting we had, I was excited, and I did have a lot of stuff going through my head, and I told people about the networking thing, and I did say it was the last Friday of the month. We're going to meet, at Jazz at Mocha, and they assumed we were going to hang out there. I'm like, no, we're going to leave, walk to a restaurant. So some people were not in favor of that. Other people were in favor. Some people didn't even know Jazz at Mocha existed. So I have been, pulling feelers out there. I know that the vice mayor did have a town hall a month ago, and there's a second person that has mentioned what is the city doing for single moms. So I know that I was there speaking to somebody, and that caught my ear. She's like, then I did ask somebody today, what did that lady say at the meeting? Because unfortunately, I went to YouTube channel to try to watch the meeting. That part, actually, the whole meeting is blank. Like you turn it on, the first few minutes, you see like the stage area, then it's 16 minutes and 37 seconds, it's just a blank screen. But somebody told me, yeah, she did say what is the city doing for single moms when it comes to childcare and job searching. Obviously, we're going to handle like helping them find jobs. So that caught my ear because earlier in the year, I met a single mom of a special needs boys. I was at the library and the library had closed. She had her son there at the playground. I guess he has not a home health aide, but somebody that meets her and plays with a child. So we got to talking, and then, I told her about stuff going on in the city. She's a single mom. She doesn't have a car. And then she goes, it's hard for her to go like for the women luncheon or for, where I used to work at, they do have free events. So she's like, it's hard because not only do I don't have a car, Freebie takes forever. If everybody's in the past tried to use Freebie, I tried, they take forever. But also she has to be at home to meet her child, and also it's hard for her to find somebody to watch her child. Because all the stuff that I told the city had, that was offering, and even where I used to work at, that it's free. She's like, I'd love to, but I have nobody to leave him with. And even at the library, she was taking the computer class. That's where I met her. And then we were in a computer class, and then you'll see the guy through the glass door trying to get her attention. I got her attention. It was that her child was like acting up or running around, so she had to exit. So those are things that caught my ear when I heard people talk about it.
Thank you so very much, Commissioner Pazmino. One thing that I do understand is that the needs of the women in the city are wide, and they're a lot. And to the extent that we can hone in on a few things, being health, which we're doing through the NOMI Get Fit, Women in Business, helping 50 females start their first business, the Friday meetups, and the mentoring. I think possibly with the mentoring, maybe we can collaborate and find a institution that is able to provide childcare while the women come for the 2 hours. Maybe that's something that we can offer to single moms, at least, when they come for those 2 hours, they don't have to worry about the children, especially in the Scott Galvin Center. There's a lot of different rooms that we can actually put kids in. And if we can find a partner in order to provide that, that's something that we can do. Generally speaking, the resources of the commission is very small. And so while we would want to do more, I know that the first year that I became the chair, or when I was vice chair, I proposed giving away a free car to a single mother. Unfortunately, it was not voted on. There were members of the commission that did not want to do that. And so the only thing we can do is come up with ideas that helps women, whether it's single mothers, women in business, women who are challenged with their health. I ask you all to come up with ideas, because we're always going to hear of all of the need. But again, it cannot just be one person proposing things and then we either say yes or no. That's not what we're here for. We are here to actually propose ideas, to bring forth studies. I think that I want to challenge the women that are on the board to go and to read the description and to understand why we are here. And so at every meeting, when there is the agenda, it should not just be the items that I speak to with staff. We all are supposed to call staff and suggest initiatives, and we come and vote on it. And so I ask that we all put our thinking caps on, and we think for the woman, and we think about our experiences as women. And if you were in a position of leadership, what would you want someone to do for you? And I thank you for identifying that single women in the city of North Miami are suffering. And I know that they're suffering. But what can we present? And of course, we are kind of confined to doing certain things that don't require a lot of expenses because we don't have a budget. We have a budget of $5,500. I mean, we can't even raise $25,000 to help 50 female startups. It's been over 2 years that we've been having the same conversation. So the need is great.
It's been 2 years?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Time flies.
Yeah. So the need is great. The responsibility is upon all of us to come up with initiatives, to come up with ideas, not just to come to a meeting to say yes or no. That's not what this is about. We have to dig deep and pull something out of value and presented. Obviously, there's a board, it has to be voted on. Your idea may pass, your idea may not pass, and it's not necessarily about being good idea or not. Clearly, you see the dynamics here. Nevertheless, I think everyone has a responsibility to offer something. I'll close with this. It's at least a year now that we discussed that each member was supposed to propose policy. We have not done it. We have not done it. And, you know, we can sit here and say, well, it's because of this or it's because of that or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the end of the day, there is an agenda that is printed every time we do have a meeting. So we're not going to discuss when we don't have meetings. But every time we have a meeting, staff has a responsibility of putting together an agenda. And what goes on that agenda should be a collective of our ideas. And that is not what is happening. And so whether we're talking about programming, whether we're talking about initiatives, whether we're talking about policy that we want to bring forth to the women in the city, they created the board so we can do just that.
Madam Chair, the last time I was on this board meeting was October 15, 2024, because of the upcoming election of the mayor, and I was waiting for reappointment until today. And so the last meeting we did had a special presentation by Katia Saint-Fleur, and we did discuss exactly what you mentioned, that we need to learn how to craft proposals and policy, that we're going to have a training for the board. And we also did start the conversation of having this proposed budget for the NOMI Fit. So I don't know if it's been 2 years, but it was October 15, 2024.
No, I didn't say it was 2 years.
You said
I'm
we've been
saying
talking
we've
about
been here. We've been here for at least 2 years where we're not learning, we're actually executing. And so to Pazmino's point, we should have been far along dealing with the issues that are truly present in the city. We should have. But because we're stuck on things that really don't matter, it's very difficult when you are going back and forth for an hour and a half and you get stuck on things that don't really have value. And then by the time we get on the things that do have value and we roll out one thing, then we have a situation where we're not meeting for 2 and 3 months. All I'm saying in general, I'm not saying it's one person's responsibility. I am saying that as commissioners on this board, there's a specific role, there's a specific duty. We should all revisit what that role and that duty is, and we should come to meetings fulfilling our part. And so as we see issues that moves our heart, that tugs on our heartstrings, these are the issues that we should put our thinking caps on, reach out to staff and say, I would like to present something. We know that it has to go for a vote. Sometimes your item will pass, sometimes it won't. Nevertheless, every person on this board has a responsibility to produce, to offer, to suggest, to create. This is not a board that we just come to say yes or no. It has to be an active participation on all people. And it is very easy for you to respond as a former chair. It is very easy for you to respond as a former chair, because as a chair, you actually put the agenda together. So I think that we do ourselves a disservice when we respond when it's not. You understand that?
I hear your
Okay,
frustration.
So let's stay
15
focused.
minutes, it sounds like you made a clear point that the board need to come up with ideas, strategies, anything that they see that needs to be fit to reach out to staff to put it on the agenda. And we had, I have the agendas in front of me. I keep record. Everyone who had an item, they put it on the agenda. Fleurmont had an agenda item, she put it through. You had an agenda, you put it
We're
through.
talking about okay.
No, I'm talking
Dr.
about,
Etienne,
no,
Let's talk about consistency and let's talk
It's
about not
to
what.
spend 15 minutes, Madam Chair, it sounds like you scolding the board. And I feel that the board hear your point, that they need to come with ideas and share. And so I don't think you need to keep repeating the same thing over and over again to make a point, because you've already said it. I hear it in your voice. I hear the frustration. I've been at the seat. I understand the frustration, but I can tell you, once a person know what they have to do, once you give them the right tools, you train them. As you stated back in October 2024, I have the report here that from Katia Saint-Fleur, there was going to be a follow-up training, and we just need to take action on that.
And
So now that I'm back after a year,
after
I
a
can-
year,
well, remember, time flies. I have the records.
so you have not been here for a year, but it's not that we have not met for a year.
No, I know, but
Okay.
I'm saying that we just need to regroup and get back to business. That's all.
On that note, are there any announcements?
So we have the back to school block party on August 11th at the Cagney Park. We also have the driver's license renewal event at the public library, brought to you by the city clerk's office. So if you know anyone who's looking to renew their Florida ID, their driver's license, and you want to skip the line at the DMV, we have a few slots open.
What's the date?
July 31st, 2025, or July 30th. Let me
July
double check.
31st, 2025.
30th, my bad.
Thank you.
what now?
If you have issues with your driver's license and would like to skip the line at the DMV, we have a mobile.
Mobile DMV coming at the public library on July 30th. Appointments only
Excellent. Where do they make the appointments?
with the city clerk's office.
Excellent. Thank you so
If
very
you know
much.
anyone, please tell them to call the city clerk's office. I counted before I left today. It was about 17 slots open. It's going to be from 9 to 2, I believe,
I have 10 to 2.
for
I
10 to
saw the
2?
flyer.
Oh, yeah, so it's 10 to 2, my bad.
So it's going to be DMV and also the city clerk's office. So if it's, what is it, tax collectors, it's
The tax collector's office and
DMV.
The clerk,
the clerk, yes.
Miami-Dade clerk. Okay, wonderful. Any other announcements?
We have a food drive by District 4. I see that board member Dr. Etienne posted on the chat.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And do we have anything? We're on recess.
There's a wellness, well, this is not in our city, but
And the same day that D4 is having their food drive, that's when the library is having the family fun
The
day,
family fun day.
where they're going to have a
yes.
petting zoo and
aw,
a whole bunch of activities.
Yes.
And what's the date for the Family Fun Day?
July 26th from 10 to 2.
are we having committee meetings like we normally do again?
So yes, great question. So for every event that is going to take place that we vote on it, we will put together a committee that actually is responsible for all of the specifics to putting that event together. And so now that we have confirmed that our brunch will be in the month of September, we will put a committee together in order to put the brunch, assemble all the specifics. Once you confirm with Parks, we will then put the committee together.
Alrighty, not a problem.
Thank you so very much.
And we also have the housing fair, too.
When is the
July
housing fair?
18, I believe, Friday, July 18.
July 18th, housing
Yes,
fair.
at the Joe Sillison Center.
Thank you,
10
thank
to
you.
1.
All right, any
I
other
have
announcements?
2 things. So Saturday is also cops and kids are going to, what is
The
it?
fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Saturday, if you have a kid who's interested in fishing with the cops, is this Saturday.
Fishing?
Fishing with the cops. So we have
Where are they meeting?
one
Bayshore.
second.
You know where the dog park is? Bayshore Park by 125th, right there.
Okay,
The pier.
okay, great.
Oh, I
If
have
you
an
guys can
announcement.
share that.
Some
I have an announcement. August 16th, which is a Saturday, will be the 4th annual Gun Violence Awareness and Prevention Summit by Global Innovative Foundation. That will be hosted at the, was it Father George Jean-Just Community Center? Yeah. So everybody's invited from the city of North Miami. Gun violence is rampant, and that we do want to address it. And it's free, so anyone, it's right here at the park. Was it Oak Grove? Is called? Yeah.
And we have the police night out on August 5th. And I'm usually there with the clerk's office.
Excellent,
It's a great
excellent.
event.
Well, the police night out August 5th?
August 5th.
Where is it
yes.
going to be?
It's going to be at Sunkist Grove Community Center.
Sunkist Grove.
And all the
August 4th.
commissioners are invited to the picnic of Hannah, which is the 2nd of August.
Thank you so
I'll
very
put the
much.
Flyer on the group for us.
Anyone else with any announcement?
question. I know that we had discussed in the past, we were thinking about fundraising, and we had discussed about having a table at some of the city events, maybe with a barcode for people to donate. So can we, I guess we can visit that next meeting. We can address it again.
I think that one of the issues we had was the table, with having a table at those events. Have we been able to locate our tablecloth?
I think if you give it to Gertie, did you ever bring it to me?
I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
Yeah, I know she has them.
Okay,
And yeah, and I know Gertie is supposed to be the one who's responsible for keeping all of the women of, I don't have space in my
Gertie
office.
gave it to me, but there's no support.
We don't have
We
space
use her
for it.
support. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
and
okay, great. All right, I think in just going back and forth over the flyer, we did not choose a date for us to start our 4th Saturdays. Excuse me, our 4th Friday. So,
4th Friday?
yes.
The last Friday of the month.
So we have August 22nd for the 4th, our first 4th Friday. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Second by Narissa Glitman, August 22nd
August
for our
22nd.
first 4th Friday.
That's my husband's birthday, so don't worry, he won't come. It's a woman thing.
so August 20th.
Staff, can you do a roll call?
Not a problem. Madam Chair, Dr. Blamour,
Yes.
Board Member Lafortune,
Yes.
Board Member Grandpierre. August 22nd for the first women meetup. Alrighty. Vice Chair Glickman,
Yes.
Board Member Pazimino,
Yes.
Board Member Dr. Etienne.
Yes.
Motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Thank you so very much, commissioners. Thank you, staff. At this, Dr. Etienne?
Next meeting. I'll make the announcement next time.
What's the location?
Okay.
Mm.
What's the location this time?
We are going to go back to the first, the first.
supposed to be Mocha.
The jazz.
No, it was actually supposed to be the Eden.
Oh, the Eden. My
Yes,
But
so-
we meet at Mocha and then we go to Eden.
Oh, the restaurant.
So we're going to ask staff if she can
I
reach,
called her, but I never
if you
called
can
back.
reach out to him, and it's a gentleman, right? The
When I
owner.
called, it was a lady who picked up.
Okay, so if you, so we'll take two options, just so we don't get stuck. If Eden is not available, then we can consider doing the Thai place, which is also on 123rd,
Ricky
Ricky Thai.
Okay.
So first Eden. If Eden is not available, then we can reach out to Ricky Thai.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Or we can do 7 to, I think 6 to 8 is good. Is good. 6 to 8 is good.
9 p.m. is bedtime.
Madam
Okay.
Chair, I was going to say, I think based on the beautiful agenda we had tonight, that I think if we want to be successful, we just need to focus on those 3 initiatives for the remainder of the year. And next year we'll revisit, other suggestions. But I think let's all meet as a team to plan the activities, making sure that we accomplish the goals, and then that way we can say it's done. Now we're moving on to a new item.
Excellent. So just in support of what Dr. Etienne just stated, we just want to be clear going forward so that there are no miscommunications. Dr. Etienne is going to assume the responsibility of the 50 female startup to raise $25,000 for 50 female in North Miami to start their business
With Nori.
with Nori, correct?
Mhm.
We also have Commissioner Lafortune that is going to lead the Empower Her Know Me Woman Mentorship Initiative, which we voted on today, and it will begin in the month of September. We have requested the Scott Galvin Center, and we are looking at from 12 to 2.
And I can be a speaker, a facilitator. I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner, and gerontological nurse practitioner, and a legal nurse. So
Perfect.
use me as you need to make sure that
Thank
we
you.
do what we need
Excellent.
to do.
Excellent. Thank you so very much for that, Dr. Etienne. We have also asked for staff to request a change in the ordinance to include consistent language for absences and a seamless transition between reappointments. I have accepted to take on the social media branding. I have accepted to take on the Get Fit Know Me initiative. We have voted on the month of September, the Sunday, the 14th, as our annual Know Me Woman Wellness Summit brunch. I thought we shortened that title. It seems to still be long. I'm going to go back to our last meeting to see what we voted on, but I know we voted to shorten it.
I think it's going to be second annual Know Me Wellness Brunch. I think that's the new name.
Wellness brunch.
Yeah, because that's not what it used to be.
Okay. All right.
We have the first. Femme Songe.
Um,
I don't remember.
Is that the one we did?
it
in
was
October?
with, it was, I think it was in the month of September.
Is that the one that I was in charge for
Mm-hmm.
at the Mocha Plaza? Yeah.
the Scott Galvin Center.
Okay. Oh,
that
that
was
was
not the
with-
name. I can't remember.
I can't remember the, okay, but we'll shorten that.
Summit.
It was in June,
Summit,
wasn't it?
yes.
Something.
It
like
was
that.
It was in June? Okay.
Emanuela. I remember now.
Mhm. So then we have that. I will present a flyer for the Know Me meetup, the Know Me brunch. Staff will ask the communication department if they
For
can
brunch.
do that.
Yes.
By Friday, if they can say yay or nay. If not, then we will move forward. And I believe those are all the discussions for tonight. If I miss something, can someone please speak up? Okay. At this time, the time now is 8:58. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
second. Thank you.
I seconded, yes. Thank
Both
you.
of you second at the same time.
It's okay. It's time to go. I have another meeting.
We have a motion made by Madam Chair, Dr. Blumour, to adjourn the meeting, and it was seconded by Dr. Etienne.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Problem.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.